Right, we've re-established communications now. The eNCA understands that there's been movement in the murder investigation of former ANC Youth League Secretary General Sindiso Magaqa, and we're joined on the line by Samkele Maseko. Samkele, can you give us an update on the developments in this story?
Indeed, there seems to be high movement when it comes to the issue of the former ANC Youth League Secretary General Sindiso Magaqa's case that ultimately led to his death. You remember, he was gunned down or ambushed on the 13th of July in 2017 by armed men. It seems as if two former TRT members have been arrested, and an incumbent municipal manager of one of the municipalities in the Herrick District Municipality, alongside a high-profile ANC politician, with a former regional chairperson of the Herrick region of the ANC and a former deputy provincial secretary and an incumbent mayor within that particular district, has been arrested this particular morning by the South African Police Service and will be appearing in the next 48 hours at the Umzimkhulu Magistrates Court. We did speak to the incumbent provincial secretary of the ANC in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, that would be Mbimiseni Ntuli, and he did confirm that indeed a former deputy provincial secretary of the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal, who was ousted after the conference that took place last year at the Durban University of Technology, and after they were nullified by the Pietermaritzburg High Court, that former deputy provincial secretary has indeed been nabbed by the SAPS this morning. But remember that this particular individual, whom I may not mention here due to media ethics, was rather barred from entering the home of Sindiso Magaqa after he succumbed to the bullet wounds when he was in hospital in Durban alongside the municipal manager of that particular municipality. It's very important to put context here. You'd remember that Magaqa is a former SG of the Youth League. They were suspended and expelled from the ANC in the 2012 Mangaung conference, which effectively sealed the fate of the former ANC Youth League President Julius Malema. Magaqa never left with those particular leaders like Julius Malema to form the EFF. He stayed in the ANC, and subsequently after the 2016 local government elections, he surged further in his political career as a ward councillor in Umzimkhulu, where he hails from.
How big is this breakthrough?
Huge breakthrough in a sense that it is the first time in a very long time where a particular political figurehead has been fingered to a murder case of another high-profile politician, whether it be a regional politics now where Magaqa was operating in. It's for the first time in this volatile political situation in the Herrick area of the ANC, which has been it's high political tension in recent times. And remember, they had to have their own regional conferences. How did you remember Les Stuta, Magaqa's best friend, speaking at Magaqa's funeral, saying that the ANC needs to look closer because those who killed Magaqa are within the ANC and are within the governance of the ANC in that Herrick district. That was the words of Les Stuta Magaqa, who is now in the regional leadership of the ANC in the Herrick region after their regional conference last year. It basically tells you that the tensions are high in the Herrick region, and it's for the first time that a political figurehead in the province of KwaZulu-Natal has been linked to an assassination attempt, which ultimately led to the death of the former ANC Youth League SG. Mind you, we are not saying this particular individual is guilty before he appears in a court of law, but it's for the first time that a senior political figure in the ANC has been fingered in the case and has been nabbed in questioning and will appear at the Umzimkhulu Magistrates Court tomorrow.
Thank you very much. That was our reporter Samkele Maseko giving us an update on the arrest of various suspects from within the ANC linked to the murder of Sindiso Magaqa.